Hey there folks. So in this video we're going to look at how we can actually project points down onto our landscape, and it's a problem that we'll start seeing occur when we use things like the create points grid, because the create points grid is going to create this grid of points around a central point, but nothing is telling it about the landscape information. Nothing here is saying let's get that landscape information and make these points here exist on there. So you can see here what I've got is the get actor data. It's creating the big block where the buildings are, so you can see they're there, and then around that it's creating a whole grid of points. But those grid points, wherever I've got kind of a very kind of angled surface, are either going underneath the terrain, there you go, or they're going above it. So we're going to look at how we can actually get these points down onto that landscape surface, and there's a couple of different things we might want to think about when doing this, and I'm going to go through how each of those works. Okay, so the first node we're going to look at is one that is a bit of an older node when it comes to the methods in PCG. I say older, obviously we're on Unreal 5.5 is out. I'm using 5.4, and there have been a lot of changes to these things. So you might not see both of these depending on which version of Unreal 5 you're using. If you're using a much earlier one, you might find there's the project points version, whereas if you're on the later version, you might find the projection option. So let's look at project points first. Project points, if I was to type in and just see project, you would only see the projection option. If I wanted to find project points on landscape, you're going to find it within the execute blueprint section. So here where it says missing blueprint, I'm going to search for project, and you'll see I can project points onto my landscape. And what can that do? Well, you can see I've got a conversion here that says let's take the points to project. So take in the points that you've already got that you want to put onto the floor, and then the landscape. Because we're in 5.4, we can just say let's get landscape data. I think as of 5.3 you could use this. If you're working from earlier, obviously use the input, but here we can get this and plug this in as our landscape, and this will take these points and project them onto that landscape. And there you go. You can see that those points are now appearing. I'll get rid of the difference debug. There are all my points appearing all over the landscape. And that's obviously a useful thing because straight away, they are feeling a lot more realistic in how they've been applied to the surface. But a couple of issues that we might have with this. The first one is that obviously it has to use a landscape. That's what data's coming in here. We're going to get the landscape data to project onto. And there's not really much control that we have over this. So that one works, but what if we want to try the other node that I just showed you, which is the projection node? Well, projection, if I add this in, you'll see it's got an in, and the in is looking for the points that you want to apply. So again, let's just put this in, it'll do a little conversion for us. And then it's looking for the projection target, the thing that we can actually put this onto, which is going to give us a lot more scope than what we previously had, but we can still take a landscape data and plug the landscape data into there. If I do a debug on there, you'll see it showing up. There's not really a lot of difference when you compare the two of them there, but going into the projection, you'll see we've got some extra options available to us. So we can choose how these values are being actually like outputted into the attribute list for us. So you can see, you know, does this stuff influence and affect any of these attribute points that we have down here? But also we can choose what we are projecting. So I can choose to project our rotation. The other one, we would project everything, the whole transform, whereas here I can project the position to move it down onto the landscape, but not actually take the landscape normal. So you can see each of these now is still matching the world rotation and not the actual normal of the surface. So that's very useful. And obviously we can do it where we take the rotation, but not the positional data. So yeah, it messes things up a little bit, but you probably will find some uses for that one as we go through, because obviously I want it to match to the surface. Okay, so have a little bit of a play with that. Anytime that you find your points are actually being moved around and going through the floor, use this. I would recommend, and this is just a very simple kind of step that I would recommend sometimes doing, just go below your terrain. If you're using a landscape, every now and again, if you're using PCG, I'm just going to slow down my mouse here. If you're using PCG, just pull yourself underneath your terrain and just make sure that there's no points that are being spawned and hidden. When you're using create grids, so you can see here, I've got lots of grids being spawned here. If I was to go underneath, I would potentially have loads and loads of points that are hidden away. Now we've got to make sure that if we do start moving these things around, so here if I was to go in and start sculpting all this and moving all these elements up, I might want to just get a bit more strength on this tool and push these things around. There you go. If they're not being pushed down onto the landscape, it might be that points start appearing underneath. Now I have actually projected the points on all of these ones. You can see that they're actually matching up pretty well. But if you've got a hill, just pop underneath and just have a little bit of a look. The amount of times that I've done grids and points have just been hidden away and I've not realized is quite often, and it's just a simple check just to do and make sure. And if you need to, you can just add in that projection just to project the points on the landscape, and you can see here, well, all of these points, even though each of these individual rocks is being spawned with the create grids, they're each being projected down onto the surface of the landscape. If I add in some materials here for the actual landscape for the different types of rocks and paths, it would be a much more realistic and interesting thing, but you can see it's definitely working. Okay, so project your points down onto your landscape if they're obviously floating in the surface. It's going to be another thing we'll look at in the future when we come to splines as well, and how we can actually spawn things in a spline and project them down. But for now, that should hopefully help make sure that all of your points are always appearing where you want them to. Thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed this video, then please consider subscribing to access more of my Unreal Engine content.